I am on day 3 of our family vacation touring the island of Puerto Rico. So I just want to show you guys my view. We actually got to stay at this amazing Airbnb in this beautiful gated community. We have this Airbnb for 2 nights. The first night we actually stood in Old San Juan in a hotel, like a boutique hotel, which I personally loved. But because it was Old San Juan, there wasn't, much air conditioning. Um, and my kids were not having it. So this is actually the first trip that I've booked with my kids that we really didn't have solid plans, which is pretty interesting. So every other family vacation I have planned out down to the T, but this is actually the first family vacation where all I did was rent a car and buy our flights, and then we're pretty much, winging it each day. Even our Airbnbs and our hotels, which a lot of people probably think is crazy, but I was just like, you know what? I want to take 6 days off and I want to just do what I want to do whenever I feel like it. So it's been actually pretty awesome. Oh yeah, absolutely. It really does feel like freedom. Honest to God, my family was like, "Oh, you're not worried about like booking stuff and like having a place to stay." And I'm like, "What is there to be worried about?" Like at the end of the day, I know I'm going to have somewhere to go. I just have to, find it online. But I think one of the cool things too is like doing things last minute. I've been like messaging Airbnb hosts and saying like, "Oh, hey, like I noticed that, you know, you don't have any bookings for tonight. Like, would you be willing to do it at like X amount rate?" And it's actually been really, really working, which is crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys my view. So normally I don't go live on my YouTube channel unless it's for my members. So I do have a members only subscription on my YouTube, and that's where I go live a couple times a week. We have a bunch of members only videos on there. But today I figured I'd go live for all of YouTube because I just wanted to show you, what hard work looks like. And pretty much, for those of you that follow me, I started my cleaning business in 2018, didn't have much money at all, no prior real business experience. And in the first year of opening my business, it absolutely changed my life. I went from living with my dad, broken down car, all of the bad things that could possibly be happening, to making multi six figures in the first 12 months of business, right? Just from working really hard and learning more about business and figuring out how to scale my cleaning company. But yeah, this is definitely your sign, you guys. If you're thinking of starting a cleaning business or any business, really, not to give up. It hasn't been like an easy journey at all, especially the first, I don't know, 3 years, just trying to figure out like what works, what doesn't work. And I'm still learning, right? We're into year 6, and my business is set up a lot more different now than it was before. I used to have, all W-2 employees, very hands on. And then maybe 2 years ago, we switched over to the subcontracting method, which has allowed me a lot more freedom, right? So I work with contractors, I have my clients, I have a sales company that does all of my cold calling for me. If you guys aren't already using the commercial cleaning blueprint, shout out to Luke and Daniel. They've helped me grow the commercial cleaning side of my Um, oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I was the one that hit the mute button. That's what it was. Okay, let me go back outside. Oh my gosh. What I was saying was that So what I was saying was that as somebody that grew up like with nothing, somebody that grew up struggling, like many of us, right? I'm not special. We all go through life struggles, at least most of us anyway. Um, as somebody that grew up like super poor and like super dependent on a partner, um, having your own business definitely gives you like the flexibility of time freedom, of financial freedom, and that's like been the biggest part or the biggest thing for me. Is just being able to take care of my kids and myself without having to depend on somebody else, right? Um, and it wasn't easy. It's still not easy. Running a business is not easy at all, but it's something that we can all accomplish, right? Like I'm definitely not special. There's nothing special about me. Like honestly, nothing special about me. Like if you guys know my story, you know um that it wasn't easy to get where I'm at today, but at the same time, it's 100% doable. You know, you don't need any college education. You don't need to have, a clear background. You could have been anyone, right? And open a business and start over. So I think that's like a really key thing to me also was like because of how I used to live, I always thought it'd be hard for me to get a job. So I was like, I have to start my own business. So if that sounds like you too, like you want time freedom, maybe you have a background, you don't want to be dependent on a partner, whatever the case may be, start your own business, any service based business. And I'm not talking about just cleaning businesses. That is like obviously my, my space that I'm in, but any service based business really could turn you into like a fucking millionaire. I'm not even making that up. Lawn care, painting, cleaning, janitorial, home cleaning, power washing, fucking car detailing. I know some young kid making so much money right now, car detailing. Anything service based, you can scale, right? It's all kind of pretty much the same thing. You need customers, you need clients, and you need people to work it. And good morning, Lorena. I was just telling everybody, not to give up, don't quit. God bless you, Lorena. Girl, it's been 6 years in the cleaning industry. And that's just like for a little bit of hindsight, right? It does take years. The people that I look up to, that are doing like, I don't know, like 30 million a year, 50 million a year. And I'm not even saying I want to get that big, right? Because with those huge numbers comes a lot of work and dedication. That's another thing, right? Everybody's success looks different. Everybody's success looks different. Success to me looks like being able to do what I want when I want, not have that many people to manage or any people at all for that fact, and be able to do what I want with my children, right? Success to you guys might look like making 5 million a year in your cleaning business. Maybe that's what you want. That's not what I'm looking for though. I want to just make enough money, to be happy, live my life. I'm still not there yet, but hi, Miss Karen. How are you? I was just telling the people not to give up, keep working. This industry, it does take years, to finally feel like where you want to be. But it's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Cleaning, everybody needs it. Same thing with all the other service-based businesses, you guys. People need the services. You just got to find your clients, got to find a good location, make sure that you're pricing properly and connect all the dots. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week. I'll definitely jump on live at least one more time. If you guys aren't a part of my members only community, please be sure to check that out. because that's normally where I go live a few times a week with my members, and we do have some awesome content up there that you wouldn't find on my channel regularly. Love you guys. Have a great